Hi guys, it's Zu and welcome back to another video. Today it's the Bookish Advent Calendar Day number 18, and for today's video I decided to bring you 7 books that I want to read in 2024. I did this I think twice already, and you will see in a future video what happened. So I decided to tone a little bit down instead of 24 for 24, which is I think starts to be a little bit insane, because if you only read 50 books a year gives you 26 books only to choose, which is very low. And so I decided to bring only 7. These are 7 books that I really want to try to read in 2024. Before I show you the books, tell me in the comments which books are you planning to read in 2024. I like to get new ideas and new book recommendations, so comment down below what are your plans for 2024. And starting up with a very popular author, which I didn't like the book that I've read, but I want to give another try, because I believe it was because of everything the book was and the hype. I believe this would be more interesting, and it's Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. This is the Illumicrate edition. I love this open thing. I think it's so cute. Because when she released Masters of Death and the other one for my enemy, which is over here, I thought this was interesting, and I thought this was like, could be interesting in like kind of a romance vibe, fantasy. Not is my typical genre, but I was like, maybe I will enjoy it more than Atlas 6. So in this one we have Violet Marek, who is struggling estate agent and a vampire. But her biggest problem is that the house she's selling is haunted. The ghost hunting this mansion has been murdered. Until he can solve the mystery how he died, he refuses to move on. Needless to say, this is not good for business. Fox Dumore is a medium. He's also most definitely a shameless fraud. He isn't entirely without his use, however, he's also the godson of death. So you see, the setting is very interesting, you know? Like a medium who is like a fraud, godson of death. You have a vampire, which is a real estate agent trying to kick off the ghost who is hunting the house. So they start to, Viola seeks out Fox to help with their ghost infection involved in the quest that neither he or V expects or wants. They enlist a crew of supernatural creatures, including an early poltergeist, a demonic personal trainer, a sharp-voiced angel, and a love-striking reaper. Discover the difference between a mystery, lost love, and a knowing that body is nearly distinct as they thought. So I thought this could be interesting, you know, like a Halloween vibe, romance, you know, mystery solving, this long love lust. So I thought it was more interesting than One for My Love or One for My Enemy, which is like a Romeo Juliet retelling. So yeah, this is one of the picks I want to try to read for Halloween for 2024. Going for thematic reads, I have a book that I'm on to read like since I bought it, which was when it was released, and even in a live I said I would read it, so it's time. I'm gonna read Beach Read by Emily Henry. I have this, like, I don't know, I bought this I think as soon as it came out, so 2020, so it's gonna be 4 years, and I had 3 years to read it. Like summer of 2020 I haven't read it, and it was my idea, 2021, 2022, and now 2023. And always something comes to plan, so this is the year. I'm manifesting to the universe that 2024 is gonna be the year that I'm gonna finally read Beach Read and put it on my shelf or unhaul it, because it's been a long time and I need to read it. So the story is two authors, I believe, that are in this beach, and they struggle with writer's block, and they exchange the books and they start to a romance thing. It's something like that in those lines, and I really was into the hype and I was excited, and then it lost. So if I ever read Emily Henry's works, I don't think so. I think not, because I really want to do this, because some people say it's the best, some people say the other is the best, so it's a little bit conflicted, but this is for the summer, and I'm believing that or when I'm in conferences in July, or when I'm in summer vacations on August, this is gonna be my read. So I could not make a list without including Jodi Picoult, of course, and the book I want to read for her for next year is The Book of Two Ways. You see, this is a gorgeous edition. This was her release on 2020, I believe, 2019. Let me check. 2020, so it was a 2020 release, and I think it's about death and it's about grieving. So Dawn is a death doula and spends her life helping people make the final transition peacefully. But when the plane she's on plumps and she finds herself thinking not of the perfect life she has, but the life she was forced to abandon 15 years ago when she left behind a career in Egyptology and a man she loves. Against the odds, she survives and the airline offers her a ticket to wherever she needs to get. But the answers to that question suddenly seems uncertain. As the path of her life forks in two different directions, Dawn must confront the questions she never truly asked. What does a well-lived life look like? What do we leave behind when we go? And do we make our choices, or do our choices make us? So this is about that second chance. A little bit of introspection of what it means to make choice, and the ifs in life. If I did that, if I did that in that other, if I and that for me is something that is very personal. I sometimes think a lot of the ifs, and it's a spiral that you go thinking, and you never get a chance, and you never get like an idea of what is gonna happen, and so it's very hard for sometimes to break that cycle. And I think this, like, I love Jodie, it's my favorite author, no shame on it, so I'm very excited to pick this one and see this trajectory and the emotions she puts on the books, and probably getting devastated by this one. So I will include an arc that I received this, believe it was this year, but I haven't read it. Surprise, I'm behind in arcs, something that is not new, but it is The Great Big Demon Hunting Agency by Peter Olex, and I like the idea because I'm gonna read the synopsis because you will understand why. London, 1868, so historical in London. Streets are haunted by thieves, murderer, and demons from beyond the ether, so you see fantasy. Spencer and Bart are the city's most incompetent crooks, and they are in deep trouble. Hunted by both police and their fellow criminals, they are forced to consider the unthinkable, going straight. Forming the Great Big Demon Hunting Agency, they thought their troubles were behind them, but they soon find themselves caught in a web far more dangerous than they could ever imagine. Pitch against demons, criminals, and evil magicians. So, while there are so many demons roaming streets, can Spencer and Bart stop them before it's too late? Most mysterious tappers, and what are they doing with the woman they abduct from the streets? Can Spencer and Bart change the habits of a lifetime, not only to stay on the right side of the law, but also save the day? So it's a gothic adventure, light-hearted twist, and I think it's gonna be very fun. In NetGalley it doesn't have like the best reviews, but on Goodreads it's not that bad. It has a 3.71, but only 170 reviews, so it's not very well known. And if it's good, I would like to give this author the chance, we promote it. I think I like the cover and I like the synopsis, so yeah, that's a win for now. So it couldn't be a list by me without a thriller, and for next year I decided to read The Last Passenger by Will Dean. This was released this year and I got it I think July, August, and I still haven't had the chance. August was preparing to the conference, September was the conference, October was like, whew, try to rest, November was coming back to booktube, December is the Reindeer Readathon, so a lot of mess. So I want to pick Will Dean's book because he's gonna release the sequel on the Stuva series, and I want to pick that series also. If I could, because I see there is gonna be a TV show, and that's exciting, so that's gonna be one of my reads. So I hate when it's not on the back. So it's the synopsis of this book is a luxury cruise liner abandoned with no crew streaming in the mid-Atlantic, and you are the only passenger left on board. Kaz Ripley, a cafe owner from a small ordinary town, boards the Air MS Atlantica with her boyfriend Pete and 1,000 fellow passengers destined for New York. The next morning she awakes and discovers to everyone on board that disappeared. And that's just the beginning. Kaz must prepare for a crossing that will be anything but plain sailing. So I'm very intrigued, like, what happened? It's the first thing, is like, it doesn't tell you a lot. It's like, okay, you wake up and everyone is gone, but did they flee for something? Did they, it was a prank, and my brain starts to conjure all the ideas like that could happen. So I'm very excited. This is gonna be very exciting. I don't know when I'm gonna pick. You know, I have my TBR game, but I'll put it on my list so I can remember it, because my problem is remember. My memory is not the best remembering things, especially like books, because I have so many. But yeah, I will put it on the list so it can be like remembering very time that I could find a book with a blue cover, or you know, all of this could happen about this book and to be picked, because I'm really excited. If you follow my channel for a long time, you know I'm a sucker for mythology, and I want to read next year Urk by Financier Rogerson. This is the Goldsboro edition. It's just stunning. I want to show you the inside because the blue is so pretty, but the edges are stunning. So this is a retelling of the myth of Hercules. I believe it's told by different voices, so you can see hero, husband, father, villain, monster. And if this isn't the story of Hercules, whose story it is? And I think this is told by Alcmene, Herc's mother, Iliad, Herc's first friend, Megara, Herc's wife, Eurystheus oversaw Hercules' labor. His friends, his enemies, his wives, his children, his lovers, his rivals, his gods, his victims, time to hear their stories. Told with humor and art, Herc gives voice to the silent characters in the feminist, queer, and sometimes shocking retelling of the classic Hercules myth. So I'm excited because we all know the Hercules myth, at least some parts of it, and definitely I'm excited to pick the queer part of Hercules, because he was queer and most people in men on Greek were at least bisexual, so it's normal. And I'm very excited because not only it's a pretty edition, it's like mythology, especially Hercules. Like, I'm super excited about this one. Definitely I'll keep my eyes on it because I love mythology, as you know, so I'm really excited to pick another one for next year, since I already finished Mythos, so after that we need more of this. Lastly, but not least, I'm saying that I'm trying to read this book next year because it's been on a shelf, I believe, for now almost 3 years next year, so middle of the year will be 2 years, and it's very popular, like everyone loves it, and I want to see why, because I only read the one book from this author, and I really want to read her new book that came out this year. And so I'm reading Babel by Araf Kwan. You see, this is the Illumicrate edition with the book box, because this is the same, so I show you one or the other. I didn't feel like taking out. So as you see, an act of translation is always an act of betrayal. So as you can see, I'm very excited about this one. If I know what it's about, no, and I don't think this will have synopsis because it doesn't have any dust jacket, and usually they put on dust jacket. So I know it's about university, I think London, Oxford, and translation and dark academia. So I want to see if the dark academia is the part that I don't like on books, or if it was just the Atlas 6 that I didn't like. So I'm excited about this one. Also to read Yellowface by Araf Kwan, because that one sounds really cool and it will be one of my picks probably next year. I don't know if it's gonna be like ebook or go to the audiobook. So if you listen to the audiobook, is it good? Like, do you recommend it? Because I really liked some audiobooks. So yeah, this is gonna be one of the last picks and one of the books I'll put on the list. So this is a stack of books. It's not that big, like it's pretty small. It's kind of heavy, but because they are mostly hardbacks. It's still missing the one from the ebook. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it's a good selection. What do you think? Good thumbnail. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Do leave a like and subscribe. You know, it's very important for the channel to grow, to give these interactions. I have my links for my Discord club down below. The picks for the quarterly and the books, the Genre Soup book club is already up, so you can see on my community tabs, on my shorts, the announcements for the January picks. So I hope you join us there because it's gonna be a blast. And yeah, I see you tomorrow with another video, okay? Bye!